Ah, hi. How are you? So today, one of the key things that I want us to discuss about us is on the aspect of preference. Different people, those joining me, and also your friends, different people around you have different preferences. If it is for the food that you eat, from the friends that you make, from the lovers that you have, and also for any single thing, even if it is an item, if it is a laptop, there are those who prefer MacBooks, for those who prefer HP, those who prefer Dell. It is in the basis of the preference of different people. So today I wanted us to discuss this because one of the key things that brought me to this topic is I had a conversation with one of my friends, and she was asking who are the people that I prefer, specifically when I am looking into whom am I dating, and I told her the preference and the specific person that I love. And one of the key things that came out was if I mentioned a specific thing that I prefer to, she kept on bringing out the aspect of, or this will bring out the aspect of marginalizing you. Does it mean that you hate this type of people, or you hate this because you love this particular person, or you prefer to have this particular personality? And I told her, no, it's that aspect of preference. And I think this has been a conversation not only just between me and my friends, but it is something that has been capturing the waves all over the world. And it looks into either if it is the dating that we do, or I prefer slimmer ladies, I prefer ladies who go to the gym, I do not prefer fat ladies, or I prefer fat ladies, I do not prefer thin ladies, I prefer white ladies, I do not prefer African ladies, or I prefer African ladies, and so on and so forth. And for me, when we were having a discussion, I told her, for me, I prefer my African ladies. And she was like, does it mean that you do not lie, or do you don't, you hate, or you do not like the other group of people? And I'm like, just because I prefer to have someone, or I prefer a specific group of people, doesn't mean that I hate the opposite of that. So if I love and I will date someone who goes to the gym, or ladies who slimmer, doesn't mean that I hate maybe ladies who are fat or something of the sort. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that that is my preference. And if someone in that specific group feels that maybe I hate them, or it is going to cause an aspect of marginalization, or maybe if I prefer straight people, I don't prefer maybe gays, or I don't prefer transgenders, and so on and so forth, then I'm transphobic, or something of the sort. No, it's just the aspect of preference. Just the way you prefer to look at yourself in that particular way doesn't mean that I should be conjoined, or I should be forced, or I should also look into loving such kind of a person. No, it doesn't mean that. But that doesn't mean that I hate those specific that particular group of people. No, it's just the aspect of preference. And the something that I already mentioned is it boils down to the aspect of self-esteem. And as the name says, self-esteem. So if I come and I say, I love ladies, I do not love fat ladies, doesn't mean that I am going into or patronizing maybe fat ladies, or patronizing all this and that. If I say I prefer fat ladies and I do not prefer slim ladies, doesn't mean that I hate it. And it boils down to, as I said, it boils down to the aspect of self-esteem. If you cannot accept that someone else can prefer someone that is quite different from you, then the problem is not that particular person who is building that particular preference. It is you as an individual, because it is self-esteem. You're bringing your self-esteem based on preferences of different people. So maybe changing the mindset into, okay, 2 or 3 people do not like me, maybe 10 of the other 10 that I'm going to meet are going to be like someone of me. I have met so many people who have not preferred someone like me. Did I kill myself? Did I bring together a group who look like me so that now we can go to fight or so on? So no, we didn't, because we understood one thing. different people have their own. One, they have their own opinion and they have their right to their own opinion. Number two, it is their preference. And their preference and their opinions has nothing to do with my self-esteem or how I view myself. And when I start to when I start to engage other people or I start to react negatively, when I do react negatively, it's either it is something that is affecting me at a personal level, so I want to look deep inside me, because if I'm looking into validation from other people, then it's not the aspect of the other people, it is me who is looking for validation from other people. So looking at it in this way. So someone can prefer something different than me, and I'm okay with it. Another thing is, people do not understand that if I prefer or if I condone a certain group of people, then there is an aspect of responsibility that comes with it. So if I prefer a certain group of people and something happens in that particular group, or the basis of that particular person, I am responsible for either taking care of them, or number two, creating an environment that is peaceful for them, or number three, in terms of developing whatever aspect I'm developing in life, so that now it can accommodate the nuances that comes with this particular group of people that I prefer. So looking at it in that way, and you removing the aspect of responsibility that comes out of it, builds in an aspect of, I feel that I am right and you are wrong, and it's not in that way. It's just that for me, I understand myself because of the environments that I've grown up. I understand myself in the basis of, I know if someone says no to me, that is something that is okay. If someone prefers, if I love noodles and someone loves spaghetti, I will understand that. And at that particular moment, when I'm making, when we are cooking, and I do want to eat, noodles, I do for a way how I get noodles and prepare it for myself. So looking at the aspect of the responsibilities that come to the aspect of whom I prefer, and what are the nuances that they come with, and what I'm comfortable with. So if we remove those particular aspects, then we remove out the context of the discussion or the context of the argument in terms of I love this particular person, or I hate this particular group of people, or I love this particular group of people, or I do not love this particular people. I love this particular type of clothes, or I do not. It's just the aspect of preference. And I wish that some of the discussion that we need to also have is, people have preferences, please accept those preferences. Because everyone has at least, if we are talking about dating, if we are talking about aspect of loving, if we're talking about aspect of people building relationships, you'll find there's a group of people that has a very long list. But when the other group brings their list, it looks into, oh, they're insecure, or there is this big problem with this particular person. Maybe it's not. For me, I love this particular group of people, and this boils down to, and one of the conversations that I've been hearing all over the world is the aspect of passport bros, people moving from US, traveling abroad to get wives and all that. If they are traveling to get wives, what is the issue around it? They do prefer the characteristics of these particular women in regards to whom they want to court or whom they want to settle with. So how is it an issue when you have not been chosen when it comes to the pool of people of who they want to date? If they are choosing a different group of people and you feel hurtful, or you feel something strange about it, then for me it boils into you as an individual, doesn't boil to the other person, because they have their own opinions and they have their own preferences. And we always say there is need for respect when it comes to different preferences. So I want just to finish it with different people all over the world have different preferences. Each and every individual here has different preferences. Is the aspect of respecting what other people prefer and what their opinion is. It doesn't mean that you have to boil yourself or get yourself into understanding or accepting or being influenced into that particular group of people, but based on either the environment that you've grown up with, based on either the preference that you have or the opinions that you have. Build yourself and build your confidence or your self-esteem in regards to that. If there are a couple of changes that needs to be met, build and look for a way how you can make those particular changes. With that, now it brings the conversation into, okay, why are they not choosing this? Why are they not choosing this? And for me, I'm one or two or three, four things. Do I need to change one or two or three? If I do not need to change, can I get someone else who does prefer someone like me? If we do that, then we're going to move forward. Thank you.